Hi, if you're listening to this, you're looking for information about how to do Activity 3.2D, Illness and Disease First Aid. There are three questions here. We're going to start with the very first one. Name three medical situations that require only home remedy care. This one is pretty straightforward. You want to do two things. You want to think of an illness that would force you to take a day off work, or an illness that's going to get better within a day or two, or your grandmother might have a remedy for this. So things like a common cold, a headache, maybe a migraine. The second question, name three medical situations that require emergency hospital care. All of these situations are things that either you will die without professional help if they happen to you, things like a car accident, a stroke, a heart attack, um, being shot, being stabbed, falling from a large height, can't breathe, your vision is blurry, or you are immobile. So if you've broken your leg, that's going to require emergency hospital care. Anything that requires stitches, a bone to be set, um, these are things that require emergency hospital care. You don't need to go to the hospital for a cold. And the third question is name three medical situations that require a trip to the doctor. This one is more tricky, and the answer is, well, it depends. So, for example, you should go to a doctor, not if you have a headache, but if you've had a headache for lasting for about 2 or 3 weeks, that's probably something you should go to a doctor for. Especially if the symptoms are not going away and not lessening in intensity, meaning the headache is as bad as it was 2 weeks ago as it is today. If you have a persistent cough, that's probably something you should go to a doctor for. Your body isn't taking care of that illness by itself. You should also go to a doctor if you found a mole or a lump, new molar lump, during routine self-checking. This may not be an emergency, but it is something that you should seek a professional opinion about um, to prevent it from maybe being more difficult to treat further down the line. You should also be attending or going to the doctor if you're managing a chronic illness like diabetes or asthma. You should also be visiting the doctor once a year for routine self-checkup. Um, Less if you're healthy and relatively young, and definitely every year if you're older and more at risk for disease. Um, and that should get you through activity 3.2D. Thanks.